You probably know by now that I'm making a living as a bassist, to the point where I can technically call myself a professional bass player because, most of my income comes from my bass playing, even though I don't feel like a professional, and I think that's just normal for me. What's surprising to a lot of people is that I've only been playing the bass for a year now, a year and a half more or less. So the purpose of this video is just showing my evolution throughout the last year of playing the bass. To be fair, I played the violin before. I started when I was about 6 years old, so 13 years ago, 12 years ago. But the technique is completely different from the violin to the bass. Finger spacing, right hand technique. I had some knowledge of music theory, but that hasn't really helped me playing the bass. The first riff I ever played on the bass was this one. It's Evil by Interpol. That was just a rehearsal, by the way. Nothing too complicated. A little bit out of time, but that's okay. I was just starting. Okay. So now we have sort of a rock ballad. There's something weird about my right hand technique. Yeah. So now it's more like a blues, slow blues. What am I doing? And you can see that my right hand is so tense just by playing those simple chords. Well, not chords, but root notes. That was me improvising. Not great. What was I thinking? Okay, that was about month number 2 or 3, and we are playing Turn Blue by the Black Keys. Okay, one of my biggest inspirations for playing the bass was Flea by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Here's the point where I really started listening to a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers stuff. Here I'm trying to play that syncopated part in Other Side, which is not so easy for a beginner, but let's watch it. Not bad. You can still hear a lot of the shifts in between, but it's not really out of time. The technique is not so bad as before. Yeah, let's move on. I think there's some more Red Hot Chili Peppers now. Yeah, that's me playing Can't Stop, which I was really excited to learn that part because it has some slapping, some popping as well. It's still not good here. There's a lot of muting, ghost notes and slaps and all that stuff that's still missing here, but let's watch it. Yeah, that's out of time. So after that I started getting into a lot of jazz music, which I still play today. So here's me trying to play a walking bass after 5 months of playing. It's quite fast actually. You can still hear a lot of the shifts in between, but to be fair, it was quite a fast tempo to play walking bass as a beginner. After that, I decided to try something even more complicated, which was Donnelly. Maybe some of you know that Jaco Pastorius is one of the greatest bass players ever. Transcribed Donnelly to the bass and it sounds so cool, so I really wanted to do that as well, which wasn't very wise, but at the same time it was so hard for me in that moment that I really think it helped me push forward my bass skills, because it's always about getting out of your comfort zone, otherwise you just won't progress at all. As you can see, it's still quite slow. Jaco plays it much faster. So now there's a fill. It was one of the first fills I tried to play. In this video it's still quite inconsistent and slow as well. But you can see in the next video how it has progressed over time. Yeah, it doesn't sound that great. That's me playing Can't Stop again. This time it's much better. I have some chorus effects going on, reverb, but you can already see it's better. Yeah. Okay, so after that, I don't have a ton of videos because that's when I really started practicing a lot and I didn't even bother filming. After that, I also started getting my first gigs. Here's me playing some Stevie Wonder. Okay. After that, we have something that I came up with, inspired by some Bach music. Yeah, I remember it was a problem for me to get it up to speed, even because that was about 7 months after I had started playing. And you can also see that my right hand is also very tense. What I did after that was usually just practicing by myself or with a guitar player. And in here we have Guilherme, which is the guitar player for my band in Portugal. I think we're playing Danny California here. Nope, it's Can't Stop again. That's already better, even though I don't have the effect going on. I should have practiced that with the metronome as well, because you can see I'm a little bit out of time. Okay. By the way, Guilherme, congrats for the solo, good job. Now here's some more Red Hot Chili Peppers, and that's Danny California. That's not easy. Now here comes another hard part. All right. Once more, the guitar player did a great job, in my opinion. And now we have some Eric Clapton. I Shot the Sheriff. You can already see that I have much more groove playing, and now here's a little concert we did for our school. We were playing Chameleon here by Herbie Hancock. Here's the film. That was pretty good. After that, it was my biggest growing period because I moved to Newcastle and the music scene here is so competitive, but at the same time you never feel like the worst player in the room because everyone is so nice. I played a lot of violin here, but most of my gigs were actually with bass. So I played a lot of funk and soul, jazz, rock, everything, pop music. So that's me playing a Muse riff. Also started playing a lot of bossa nova here in Newcastle, a lot of Latin music. That led me to try to play Smells Like Teen Spirit, but in a Brazilian version. Another thing I want to mention was Wolfpack. They were always a big influence to me, especially because they have a great bass player. And here's me playing 1-6-1-2. Yeah, so that's basically what I learned in 1 year of playing the bass. But yeah, I got to the point where I can play some more complicated stuff like Deantown. So what are my plans for now? Well, I'm going back to Portugal for a while. I already have a few projects going on. So there's a project that we are calling Chaos and Disorder Trio, and I'm playing with 2 other players. One of them is a piano player and the other one is a guitarist, and it's mostly jazz, funk, soul, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Queen, all that stuff. I still have my normal band, Naked in the Ocean, subbing for other bassists whenever someone needs a bass player. I also plan on publishing some original music, but that's still in the beginning phases of creation, producing, all that stuff. I also have a few other weddings where I play this year, not just with the bass but also with the violin. And that's basically my evolution throughout the last year of playing the bass. Hope you enjoyed this video and see you on the next one.